So I want y'all to take a moment and look up here in the corner. I purchased a used motorcycle in college with cash payment. I spent a summer in Japan when I was in high school, fully 100% funded by a scholarship, and I almost died at Disney World. Which one do y'all think is a lie? I have quite a few of these for y'all, and then if folks have their 2 truths and a lie, we can do chat. Let's do a poll. So by a large margin, y'all said that 2 was the lie. Let me go through these. I purchased a used motorcycle in college with cash payment. That is true. I did indeed purchase a motorcycle in college with cash payment. And if those of you were around for a few months ago when I went to Disney World, I did almost die at Disney World. I drank a drink that had some sort of numbing agent. It like numbed something in my throat so I couldn't breathe and I passed out. Do I still have the motorcycle? No, I sold it. At the time was dating a gentleman who was a motorcycle dude, and I got my motorcycle license so that I could drive a motorcycle with him, but it was way too big for me. I could hardly touch the ground, and I wasn't an experienced motorcyclist. I could drive a motorcycle. I still have a license. I spent a summer in Japan when I was in high school, fully 100% funded by a scholarship. Is a little bit of a lie. Everything was covered except for my ticket to Japan. It was an absolutely amazing experience. I went to high school. I sat in classes where I knew like none of the language, and I just sat there and learned about history. There we go. There's our next set of 3. 1, I cried 3 times during the Disney World Castle Lights fireworks presentation. 2, I've been a solo lead singer in a musical. 3, I held a grudge towards a kid all through elementary school for turning off the mic before my solo in the Christmas program. Alrighty, so you all voted that it is not true that I've been a solo lead singer in a musical. Damn. All right, so let's do a little drum roll. Chat is right. I have not been a solo lead singer in a musical, but I have been a lead in a musical. I had a co-lead with me. I did indeed cry 3 times during the Disney World Castle Lights fireworks presentation. And I did also indeed hold a grudge towards a kid all through elementary school for turning off the mic before my solo in a Christmas program. It's time for the next set. I dated a man twice my age online and then dumped him because I didn't see a future for us. Number 2, I dated more than 8 people online before I entered high school. And number 3, I've never had a dog. So you chat think that number 2 is the lie. I dated a man twice my age online and then dumped him because I didn't see a future for us. That is the truth. Y'all knew. I dated more than 8 people online before I entered high school. Were y'all correct or wrong about this one? You were wrong. This is true. Oh, I dated a lot of people online.
Leah, please.
I was a little flirt. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty charismatic, especially over text. So our next set of 2 truths and a lie are these 3. The first game I ever played and beat was Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on the Nintendo Switch. There's a picture of me playing a glory hole in a musical. I dumped a boy before his birthday because I was afraid he'd ask me to kiss him for his birthday present. Which one of these is a lie? So y'all said that I dumped a boy before his birthday because I was afraid he'd ask me to kiss him for his birthday present. The first game I ever played and beat was Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on the Nintendo Switch. That is a lie. So you folks are wrong. Anyone that voted that was the lie, congrats, because I say that all the time on stream. I'll be like, the first game that I ever played and beat was Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on the Nintendo Switch, which is technically a lie. I played Bastion on my iPad in high school. But there is a play within the play of A Midsummer Night's Dream. And there is a wall with a hole in it. And that is actually like a really dirty joke because the hole is a glory hole. I dumped a boy before his birthday because I was afraid he'd ask me to kiss him for his birthday present. This is true. I dumped a boy in like 7th grade or 8th grade because I was like, oh, what sort of things do you want for your birthday? And I had never had my first kiss. And he was like being really weird about it. He was like, I don't know what I want. And I realized, I really don't want to kiss this dude. So we have, I never traveled across the Atlantic Ocean. I grew up on a dairy farm and I had to get up at 4 a.m. a few times a week to milk the cows before school. I once broke both of my arms falling out of bed. Oh, we've got a tie. 1 and 3 are the winners. Those of you that voted that 1 is a lie are incorrect. Meek has traveled across the Atlantic Ocean. Number 3, you all voted that Meek once broke both of his arms falling out of bed. That is a lie. That's what you voted. That is the truth. Meek has indeed broken both of his arms from falling out of bed. So the actual lie is that Meek grew up on a dairy farm and had to get up at 4 a.m. a few times a week to milk the cows before school. Tell me why it's a lie.
That's a lie because I very rarely actually milked the cows. I did get up at 4 a.m. before school, but I did not milk the cows. I took care of the calves. I fed the cows. I mixed the feed.
Oh my gosh. I would have gotten that one wrong. So there was a gentleman, a boy, that I dumped before his birthday because I was afraid he'd ask me to kiss him. I'm claiming that that same guy blamed me for his poor athletic performance in a track meet later that week. I am also claiming that I participated in sports during all 3 sports seasons throughout high school. And I have held an owl at the zoo before. All right, chat. That same guy blamed me for his poor athletic performance in a track meet later that week. That is the truth. I participated in sports during all 3 sports seasons all through high school. Those of you that thought it was a lie are correct. I did cross country, I did winter running sports, and I also did track. And my senior year, the final season, the spring season of the senior year, I did not run track. And I have indeed held an owl at the zoo before. My favorite color is green. I insisted on getting glasses when I was younger, even telling my parents I couldn't see the board because I thought they looked cool. And I have a fear of volunteering for audience participation because I often got chosen as a child. Now, which one of these is Lynia's lie? Chat, 50% of you believe my favorite color green is a lie. You're correct! And Klaus is right. Grayish blue is my favorite color. And yes, I did insist on getting glasses when I was younger. I would say that I couldn't see the board, but it did turn out that even though I could see the board, I did actually need glasses. I have a fear of volunteering for audience participation because I often got chosen as a child. That is also true. Raise your hand if you want to come up and do X and Y. I would always get chosen. But that is all of the 2 truths and lies that we have for you today. It was a lot of fun.